Hi guys, I'm in box back for another unboxing. And today I am accompanied by my buddy Sam. Hi Sam.
I'm in pain sitting like this. I'm gonna stop that.
Okay, alright, off to a fantastic start. Today we have the lovely Sakura Kinomoto Figma brought to us by Lunar Toy Store. And Lunar Toy Store is a pretty great store, I have to say. Non-biasedly, maybe a little bit. And they have a lot of really awesome figures like this on their shop for very decent prices. There's no bootlegs, so you can rest assured there's none of that tomfoolery going on. Alright, so here is what the box looks like. I'm really excited to check this out. I meant to do a review of this so long ago, but my life is chaotic, so I also have, I can't do good with time management, so.
Can't do good with English either.
Also that. And then here is the top, and here's the bottom. It's the same thing.
Let's all go to the toilet.
Okay, Sam, are you ready to be a man?
Be as swift as a coursing river.
Okay.
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, so here is all of the goodies that we get to check out. Dun dun dun! Okay, so here she is. Let's hope that there's no tape. Nope.
Oh, yay, no tape. No need for the Scissor Queen to make a reappearance.
Alright, so here she is. I know this is going to be an amazing figure because Figma is so good at doing things right while I'm over here doing things so wrong. So here she is, the lovely Sakura Kinomoto. I didn't really watch this show much. I did a little bit, just a little bit, but not much at all. Her skirt is amazing. Look at, she's got pantaloons.
Pantaloons and
bloomers, that's what it's called.
Frilly little schnibbles.
This is a lot like Madoka, the frills all over the place. She's so well done that my face recognition on the camera is recognizing her face.
Damn.
Her bow is so pretty.
Thought you were gonna say her butt.
Her butt is so pretty and fluffy. So, we'll look at her articulation in just a second. Let's go ahead and start looking at her other pieces. Oh, that's so cute.
This is her blushy senpai don't touch me face. Oh, that one's her kawaii angry face.
She's gonna bop you on the head with her little schnibble. I don't know what it's called.
Her little scepter or whatever.
Yeah. Apparently, she has two of them, which is news to me.
Here's one.
Here's the other.
Look at that.
Sweet.
One looks like a bird, and the other one
Yeah,
looks
it
like
really does. Hi, Sam. I'm a bird.
Oh God.
What is my life? I am the Zazu. I'm bootleg Zazu. And this is bootleg Mufasa. He turned into a scepter. I really like the gold effect on this. It's like, it's not too shiny, so it's sort of like just the perfect finish. I like it. And then here's the rest of it, so you can see there. My color is kind of off. I might need to fix that. And again, here's Burb.
It's John.
Burb friend. Let me see what you got. Oh, it's a wing. These are really... Sam just fucking everything up. Now I am.
Haha, bitch. What did you get for talking shit?
I'm cursed. So here are her wings. They're cool. I really like the shape and the silhouette of it. But I don't know. They're just sort of like molded plastic and there's nothing more to them. I think it would have been cool if they maybe didn't do such a shiny plastic. Maybe they did like a satin finish and had like some transparency along the edges of the wings.
That would be cool.
And maybe some shading because these are pretty plain.
Yeah, I'm worried that they'll look like a little, like maybe
flat.
Yeah.
They look too flat for me.
Here's little Simba-chan.
Oh my God, it's Kimba the orange lion. Whoa, his tail is so
His
bendy.
face is just like, he's seen some shit, man.
See, if those wings had looked more like these, then I think I'd like them more. Because see, these ones are
On the floor? They're on the floor now.
Yeah. So these are the cards that this comes with, and they're so cool. Look how tiny and intricate the print work is. Mind you, like, this is the size of my fingernail. And then let me show you the opposite side. And this one just has Zazu. I'm just gonna call it Zazu from now on. It's got Zazu's beak on it. So yeah, they spared no expense.
When it came to detail.
Yeah, when it came to detail. So in that slot were these things, I don't even know what these are. So we'll definitely find out. They have these tiny little things that I don't know what they go to yet, but again, we'll find out. It probably goes to the Zazu stick. This one comes with a lot of little extra bits like this. So here we have our stand. Well, this is the base, and that one is the stand. And then this one is for our little bear guy. I'm sorry, I don't remember his name. People get really pissed off at me when I don't know things.
That's stupid.
Here's our tree of hands. And there's an extra wrist peg. So here's all of the tiny little baby hands that we have. It comes in here.
All of the naughty things her hands are gonna do to you.
Oh my god, Sam. Like that one right there. You know what that's for.
Punch you in the butt, or she can just take a little...
I don't think the camera caught that.
I don't think it's the noise it makes either, but you know what? She can stick her fingers in you and then make you happy.
Okay, Sam. This one is for the butt. So here are our instructions. Well, this is the Japanese side. You don't want to see that. Let's look at the magical English side. So this one comes with a pretty good deal of pieces, I have to say. So yeah, feel free to pause if you want to actually read that. But here, we don't give two shits about instructions.
Yeah, we just do it as we go and then wonder why it's not working.
So here's Sakura. I got her to stand up like a magical magician and all of her pieces. And I also brought over the SH figure arts to compare. It's hard to reach around my camera. So yeah, you can see a lot of the differences between Figma and SH figure arts, like in the ruffles and stuff.
Seems to be just a little more detail in the Figma.
Yeah, that's usually how it is.
Even though the SH figure arts one still looks really good.
Yeah, it does look good. But 9.5 times out of 10, I'm gonna prefer Figma. So this is the next day because we stopped being able to give any fucks yesterday. I'm sorry.
I still don't give any fucks.
Okay, well, we're gonna get on to the articulation part. As you can see, I already set her up and I posed her and everything. I'll get to the wings and how that works, but I'll just tell you right now it's a nightmare. So starting with her head, it looks down super duper well. She can just look right at her Vagoo. And then we can bring her head back up and she can...
Her Vagoo?
Yeah. She can look up at the sky like a turkey and drown in the rain. And then side to side is also really good. And then
she
of course
can
it
act like a dog and just be like, what?
Or? And then her arm is really good. They've gotten really good at Figma articulation these past recent years.
Yeah, look at all those different little things that can move.
Yeah, I know.
Look how much they can move.
I know, it's crazy. And I love how far around her chest you can move her arm, because old Figmas could not do that. Sometimes they couldn't even go like that far. So it can also rotate 360, and her elbow bend is not the greatest in the world, but I mean it's not the worst thing, it's just sort of average. I feel like they changed the formula for the arm articulation at the elbow. It just looks a bit more clunky than what I'm used to. And then her little ruffle spins separately from her hand, and her hand goes 360, and it goes up really well and down really well. The Figma 2.0 joints in the wrist are just the best. And then her waist, it moves well, but her skirt is really tricky because it comes apart. See, like that. It comes apart in two sections, and then these flaps dig in under right there. And once you pull it too far, it's kind of a huge pain to try to get it back in. Oh, and then that happens. But you can see what I mean with the skirt here. It's got those two joins in the front and here in the back. Well, that was a bitch to put back together. But yeah, her torso is pretty good. It's pretty good. And
now
then
her legs.
Her bloomers. To my surprise, I don't think there's a cut joint around here. But it's fine because she swivels up in this joint here really, really well. Not to mention she can rotate a bit at the knee as well. Whoa! Look how that's really good.
Yeah, she can do like the leg up Japanese girl thing. Now I know that's a fucking thing. Don't you try to tell me that ain't no.
Don't piss up my computer.
You use like the episode of South Park, but instead of like shitting on our mouths, can you imagine if we pissed out our noses and we sneezed out of our hoo-hoo regions?
Our hoo-hoo regions?
It's like whenever you have to sneeze, your dick is just like, it's like scrunched up, going. blow snow.
I just
your
imagine
pants,
it
and
like
you're
like an elephant, cartoon elephant truck.
That's what I pictured.
Okay, getting back to the thing that we're supposed to be doing. Her foot can rotate completely. It goes up pretty well, but it goes down really, really well. And then it also has a really good swivel to it as well. So yeah, the articulation on this figure is more or less pretty dang good.
Last but not least, she can do the split.
Oh, she can. She can spread them.
Spread them real far, like any Japanese schoolgirl can.
Okay, so here comes the part with these fucking wings that make me so angry. We got so frustrated with this yesterday, we had to stop reviewing and go make some candy. Okay, so the way these wings work, they came with these tiny little pegs here. It's this circular thing that pegs through it, which by the way is really hard to get in, and also they're different. This one is like a full square on the outside, the other one has a little notch in it, which I feel is pretty unnecessary, but there you go. So you have to plug them both in on this little thing here, and then this goes into her back here, so you want to make sure that this is going upwards. It took us a good, like, how long do you think it took us yesterday?
Half an hour.
Yeah, I was gonna say half an hour.
Not even kidding.
Yeah, it was. And they come out pretty easily. So I really wish that they had just done it like they did with Devil Homura. So here we have Devil Homura. It's a little complicated, but they're on ball joints and they plug into the base just with pegs, and it's so much better. And they're completely articulated. So you can move them back, forward, up, down. You can rotate them forward or back. It's pretty limitless. Whereas these ones, you can't do anything with them. They just are there, so it's...
Good luck.
It's pointless, this system. If it's gonna be one static piece, then it should have just, it should have been a lot easier to implement. But I feel like if they had just put ball joints like they did with Devil Homura, then it would have been a much better piece. And so you can put these on the stand just like this. The stand peg goes through this little donut piece here, and then you just plug it into her back like normal. So it should look like that.
Whoa!
I think Sam almost dropped Devil Homer when he was putting her back.
It just happened so fast. She looks so pretty, I can totally see her.
Sam, why are you laying on the floor?
Preciouses!
I told him we were gonna get back to filming and he didn't care. He's just like, I'm staying on the floor. I'm a little hobbit. Alright, so I'm gonna take out her gripping hand for her right hand. Oh, well, her whole hand came off. It's okay. Alright, so I'm just gonna plug that right there like that. Sam, do you wanna come up here? Do you wanna join me in life?
I'm like a walrus.
You're like the Little Mermaid.
Oh my god, you're right. The water's crashing over the rocks.
Yeah.
She's like, oh!
Oh my god. She looks like she's like...
I can see clearly now.
You made it like she was reacting to getting dick punched in her fart box. You want to join me, my little princess mermaid lady?
I'm a lumpy snowflake princess.
Oh, I
Get it
forgot.
right.
I'm sorry. I'm probably just gonna literally follow all of the box images. So to do the first image, because I have no creativity in my body. Oh, her whole arm came off that time. This is one of those Figma that like all the pieces fall off of, which is really annoying. Alright, I went ahead and put this pose together. I had to pause anyway so I could catch a Flareon. So yeah, I'm gonna just probably go through and just do a few poses so you can get a gist of this figure. The box gives you a lot of pose options. So I want to try out her other staff, which you can easily just slip out of her grasp.
Little star staff.
Oh, and we need a grippy hand like this. Also, I will say that these hands are a pain to interchange, unless you're awesome like me, and sometimes it actually works out like that. So this part should be really easy. You just slide it on in there like that, and she's holding it.
Yeah.
If only the wings were that flawless.
Da, 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 da. Da.
And then she's got her little friend whose name escapes me. I used to know it. What I like about the newer Figma is you can even get like shoulder articulation. And that was definitely not seen in the older Figma. Alright, why don't we go ahead and start changing some of these faces.
So we're gonna have to rip off her face.
I really enjoy ripping off your face,
We're
senpai.
gonna be Nicolas Cage. What was that,
tickled,
Special Cassie?
it tickled my fancy. My fancy was tickled.
Does that make you slow when your fancy's tickled?
I guess so.
Gaining an extra chromosome.
Stay away from my fancy. It's my special place.
Sounds like a word for your
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. I did it! I got him. They did not want to come off.
Oh my god. She just looks like...
Would you like to buy some Girl Scout cookies?
I need you to buy the cookies to support my chemotherapy treatments and my voice that sounds suspiciously like a grown man's.
She just floats away magically. She's like an evil cancer fairy who's just like,
Give me your money.
Alright, time for fist mode Sakura.
Tee-hee-hee, fist mode sound.
She's like, oh!
Double fisted.
Sam, look.
Great. You just have her do the monkey from Johnny Bravo. Just
Oh my god, you're right.
have you tried the chicken, buddy?
Have you tried coming over here?
Yeah.
So, Sam is literally just over on the other side of my room, just laying
You
on the
guys don't
floor.
understand how my day's been. But I'll tell you one thing.
This is how you feel. Okay, this pose was hard only because her hands don't actually meet up at her face, so it's a little bit weird. Let's rip these hands off. You don't need them no more. You don't need hands for sucking. All you need is that pretty mouth of yours.
Oh god, that got creepy.
Alright, so I'm gonna give her little Zazu. And
Yeah.
I'm changing out its beak with this one, which,
It just has a card attached to the end of the beak. It's actually pretty cool.
yeah.
So the beak actually comes off, and then that
Yeah.
one goes on?
Yep,
Oh, okay.
just like that. Except I can't get this
So I didn't
one.
know if it was like that or if it was just something that you put on over the beak. I didn't know.
No, this is, I like how they did this. It was implemented
pretty
really
cool.
well. Yeah, so now you've got the card on there.
Again, the detail on the cards is,
Really, really good.
yes. For such tiny props, they
Come
put a
here,
lot of
stub
attention
girl.
into that. What?
I said, come here, stub girl.
Stub girl?
In a stubby world.
She took
The
her
midnight
sassy stick
stub.
and going in.
She took the midnight stub.
It sounds like she either took a really small but very fat dick, or she was just smoking on a really fat joint and was just doing lots of drugs.
I just thought it sounded like a brothel. The midnight stub. She took the midnight tears going down her face. Okay, and lastly, I just need to change her face for this pose. I did everything else off camera because, because I felt like it. So I got her face back, and then we have this one. Does the knot hair scare you?
A little bit. It just, again, I'm having flashbacks to Luigi. I look like she's like swinging her legs out. She's just like, hi-ya.
Yeah, it's pretty cute actually.
Like she's smacking, she's flying, she's attacking someone, she's taking a card, she's smacking them across the face with it. She's bitch slapping them.
And then she pooted.
Then I farted.
Don't even believe it when those Japanese girls say that they don't fart. They do, and she just fucking fell on her butt.
It looked really silly watching it happen. Where she looks like all serious, like she's about to do something, and she just falls. She's like, whoops. It just kind of reminds me of like she straight up went from garnet to like amethyst in like half a second.
Alright, so there, I actually really like this pose. It's a really cool pose.
Me too, actually.
It looks good. Alright, so here she is with her the wings and her card, and on the box, this guy is like way up here, but he's short the stand he's on is so short you can't even see him. So I think it would have been better if this had come with like a more traditional sort of Figma stand that you can like articulate, because it's sort of just a rod that he hangs from. So you can't really do much with it. But otherwise I like it. It's a really cool pose. I like this one. So for this last pose, she's riding her staff and the wings are actually attached to the staff.
Is it the big wings that are attached to the staff?
Yes.
Oh no.
So I already took off one, but what you gotta do is you gotta take off the wings that are already on the staff. So you have this. So I'm gonna start with this side here because it has an L instead of a square. And on here, if you look closely, that's an L. It's so unnecessarily hard. It does look cool though. Oh yeah, Sakura's over here with her panties showing. Okay, so this hand just kind of goes back there like that. This here is the important hand. Okay, this is our third session of filming. This has been one of the most troublesome reviews I've done, but we're almost there. So here's our final pose, and it's really difficult. It's really difficult, so I'm going to show you how to do it. So I'll just take her off her base for now, which has her little baby wings attached. So what you do to get this pose to work, unfortunately I'm gonna have to rip it apart. Ripped her hand off. She's a pirate. She's got no hands. Because pirates don't have hands.
They're just handless. They're just nub all over the place.
Ew. Okay, so the way I explained earlier to get these in here is they have those crazy little squares that fit into here, and then the little nubs that hold them in. The way I had them earlier when they were plugged into her back, I think they were at the wrong rotation. So if you want to figure out the right rotation, this one has the L shape, so you know which way it goes at which rotation, and you know that it goes on this side. And then this one's just a square, so you can just follow suit using that one. So if you want to get her holding this, her dress, this is how it usually is, and you can pull it apart, and you see there's a groove right in there. And so I'll go ahead and put this back on.
Inside her dress.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what happens, Sam.
Stick it in there.
You just gotta stick that long rod between her legs and magic happens.
Oh, she's a little girl.
Oh my god, is she like 12?
Something like that.
She's definitely not older than 14.
She's old enough in Japan.
Oh, that makes me laugh really hard on the inside. So once you get her hand on it and you have it going through the gap in her dress here, you just gotta pose it, make sure it's at the right angle, and make sure that the dress is pushed back in as far as it will go. Of course, without, you know, pushing too hard, because you don't want to break it.
You don't want to break her. You don't want to push too hard.
Okay, Sam. And then just make sure these are going the right way, which is that way. And then you just pose her legs like this. And then I like to squeeze her legs. Sam. So you gotta squeeze her legs on the pole so that it doesn't shift. You can also sort of put her foot on the wing here, and that kind of helps it too. So then you just plug her back in, and then all you need to do is just pose her head, make sure everything is posed the way you like it, and you have your own little magical girl, which you can have hours and hours of fun.
Oh,
but we
no.
won't judge.
I will. You're weird. I won't judge.
Okay, we won't tell. But we'll judge. Okay, I think we can call it a close, finally. Put an end to this horrific chapter of our lives.
Oh god.
When it comes down to it, she's a really awesome figure, but there are her downsides. For example, I feel like they could have made these wings nicer, like I had shown before with my double Homura Figma and her wings. Being able to pose them and add them to her would have been a lot easier. Again, if they had just made it like Homura, it's just way too difficult. But aside from that, she's pretty great. I think just everything about these wings is just the worst. So if they just fixed that, then they'd be A-okay. So don't forget, you guys can get her at Lunar Toy Store. They have really, really good prices, and they have good shipping if you're buying from the United States. And they don't have any bootlegs either, which is a really good thing.
No
so you
bootlegs.
You don't have to worry.
Nope. Go buy one right now.
Oh yeah, I think you said that in another review one time.
He's King Flippiness.
He's a car salesman. Don't trust him.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I think that's enough for one day. For one lifetime, yeah. All right, guys. Until next time, Anime Box out.
Bye.
These are the parts of the videos that I cut out in editing time.
Editing time.
Editing time.
You alright? You reaching for these?
Yes. Thank you.
There we go. Now it looks.
Hi Cthulhu. I can't get this one. Help me. Oh my God, our arm is gone.
We get distracted for 2 seconds and she loses her arm.
My
There's
last
so
one.
much duty in here. I can see her from here. She is cool.
Yeah.
I don't want a bag upgrade.
Sam, we gotta do this thing.
Did you actually take a picture or any video of when we had her posed on the toilet from the candy?
No, because I didn't want to put her on the toilet because it was dirty. I didn't want to infect her pretty Japanese booty.
You didn't want the froth to get all over her grundle.
I'm concerned for you.
I am Gribble Snatch.
Okay.